An extraordinary broadcast on Ukrainian TV, live for the first time from a captured Russian village. More tricolour flags are being torn down on their soil. Glory to Ukraine, the soldiers shout. Ukrainian forces claim to have now captured the Russian city of Sudzha. This soldier shows off empty streets and dead Russian fighters. Ukrainian forces are marching deeper into Russian territory in what is now the second week of a lightning shock offensive. After a slow start, Russia claims reinforcements are moving in. Amid reports, young conscripts are being dispatched to the front line, breaking a promise Putin made at the start of the war. These satellite images show freshly dug trenches in Kursk. Russian networks are advertising for diggers. Only catch is they are 45 kilometres behind the border. For now, they're not managing to slow Ukraine's advance. Today, President Zelensky tried to ease concerns that this new offensive would not weaken their front in the east, as he was briefed by his army chief.
Our troops continue their offensive in the Kursk region. So far today, troops have advanced 1 to 2 kilometres in various directions. The search and destruction of the enemy in the settlement of Sudzha has been completed. Since this morning, we've taken about 100 enemy soldiers captive.
But this is also a war of resources and alliances. Today, Germany issued an arrest warrant for a Ukrainian man. Investigators believe the diving instructor was part of a team that blew up the Nord Stream gas pipelines in the Baltic Sea in September 2022. It was widely blamed on Russia at the time, but now Germany suspects Ukrainian involvement. The pipelines running from Russia to Germany became a controversial symbol of German reliance on Russian gas. Western countries, including the UK, have placed sanctions on Russia. Among them, banning the imports of all oil products. But new data shared exclusively with Channel 4 News shows in the first half of this year, millions of barrels of fuel made from Russian oil continued to be exported to the UK via a loophole. Since Russia was hit by international sanctions over the war in Ukraine, China, India and Turkey, who didn't impose sanctions, are now the biggest buyers of Russian crude oil. It's through these three countries that Russian oil continues to arrive in the UK after being refined. It's within the rules, but means an estimated 2.5% of the UK's global imports of refined oil in the first 6 months of this year originated in Russia, generating around £190 million in tax revenue for the Kremlin. The UK government has previously denied there have been any imports of Russian oil since 2022.
There is a loophole or gap in the sanctions legislation which enables countries like the UK to keep buying oil products, so mostly jet fuel, that's made from Russian crude in countries like India and sold back to the UK. And this has enabled Russia to increase its sales of Russian crude oil onto the global markets that ends up in destination countries such as the UK.
For now, on the battlefield, Ukraine has stolen the initiative from Russia, with another state of emergency announced today in a second Russian region, Belgorod. Scenes like these in Moscow are bursting Russia's bubble, with evacuees bringing the country's vulnerability right to the seat of power.